Hi everyone, in today's video we're going to have a look at unwrapping our coffee cup that we've modelled. So only got three parts to do. We've got our lid, our cup and our label. So like before, we're going to go to UV and UV editor. So I've got mine on my other screen, so I'm just going to drag it over so we can see it. Make it a little bit smaller so it fits on the screen. Bear with me for 1 second. Okay, so two of these, quite easy shapes to do, one of them a little bit more complex. So we're going to take the easy ones first. So I'm going to select it, Control 1 to isolate it. I'm going to do Create and Camera Based. Right click, go to Edge, and then I'm just going to select a couple of edges where the seams will be. So let's go there, I'm going to move over, hold down Shift. I won't go for that one actually, let's zoom in a bit better. I'm aiming really to try and get the middle one if I can do. There we go, and then let's same on the bottom, double click, shift, double click, and then we need to have one seam running all the way through. Like that. So then we go to our UV editor, right click or shift right click, go to cut, right click, go to UV shell, select all, shift right click, go to unfold and unfold. And then for now, turn the checker map off, and UV shell, right click, modify and layout. So that is one done. I'm going to unisolate that, so press Control 1 to unisolate it. Go to Object, and we'll grab this one. Control 1 to isolate. Then go to right click, Object, Create and Camera Based, and same again. Go to Edge, Shift, double click, hold down Shift, double click. Then again we need a seam to run all the way through, so let's grab this one, just make sure it runs all the way through the middle. Again, let's make this big, so hold down Shift, right click, go to cut, Shift, right click, unfold, and select all, right click, modify, layout, and select all and just move it out of the way. And then the last one we've got left to do is the lid. So we're going to Object, isolate, grab the lid, Shift 1. Now I'm just going to show you, because at the minute we're doing Create and Camera Based, and we could still do it that way, and we could still go around and select all the individual seams if you wanted to. Or I'm going to show you another option which doesn't always work, but I tried it earlier and it worked quite well with this one, so it's worth showing you. So I'm going to go to Create and Automatic. And what it's doing is basically projecting from the different planes those sizes. So then we're going to click on OK. And then if I turn on my checker map, like that, you'll see that actually it's going to project it. And as long as we're getting nice even squares all around, that's quite successful. That's worked quite well. So actually, in this instance, working with automatic has done a pretty good job, so we're quite happy to keep that one. It's just be aware sometimes automatic doesn't always work amazingly well. The scaling can sometimes be off quite a bit, but in this instance the scaling seems to be quite okay. So it's worth trying sometimes, but quite an easy way to do it. So we've now actually, so I'm just going to select all of those. Go to right click, go to W and just move it down out of the way. What we're going to do is unisolate, and then let's just check size-wise. Remember from previous videos, we just make sure that basically all the squares are pretty equal sizings. They're all looking pretty even. I might need to make the lid a little bit bigger. About there. So apart from that, I think everything else, actually maybe, yeah, let's make this a little bigger as well. And then let's just grab all of it, right click, go to modify and layout. So we've got it all in one checker map in there. So I can close that. And then the last thing we're going to do is just assign an ID map. So go to object and select it, right click, clear up material, let's add a blin, and let's call that coffee label. And then let's do the same thing, let's assign blin, and let's call that coffee cup. And then we'll same again, right click, blin, call that coffee lid. So quite an easy one. It will be cheated a little bit, but not really. So the cup and the label are super easy, and then we had to go do an automatic projection for the lid, worked really well, and with the standard materials. So then all we've got to do, give that a little save, and then go on File, Export All, and then I'm going to export that for my coffee cup render, ready to texture in the next video. So hopefully you found that useful. Any questions, just let me know at designwithsimon@outlook.com.